Gen AI it's not a trending topic, it's the trending topic in the retail industry. And so as we think about, retailers and brands who you've mentioned and those beyond, what can they like, where do you tell them to start? Because I think that's the right, like getting over that, okay, we have all these great ideas. How do we get started? And especially if they like lay out everything in front of you, which I know they have, how do you help them just take off, like just take one bite of the apple as opposed to, kind of eating
Big
the whole
bang.
apple, which is
Yeah,
costly and takes too much time.
right. Yes, there are. I mean, there's a few things, and you mentioned generative AI, and I do want to put a bigger box around it and say, generative AI is not appropriate for everything. AI is appropriate in some cases to optimize, forecast, etc. Generative AI to be able to speed things up, and the ability to combine those with business process and solutioning is really what we believe is the key to all of this. To get started, I would say, first of all, really understanding data strategy. And what I mean by that is ensuring that, again, back to clean data, making sure that the company, for whatever they're starting on, and it should be small to start, make sure the data is clean. Make sure the data is unified, meaning that you're looking at the types of data. You're not having to pull it from 5 different places and you find out that one of those places has, I'll call it dirty data. So unified and clean data is critical. The second thing companies need to look at is talent and skill set. And I say that because, again, either work with an expert company that has it, but also, as larger corporations need to be able to hire within as well and really have that knowledge, both business knowledge of how to apply AI, as well as in some cases in the very large organizations, having a data science team that can work internally. It's hard to find that talent right now. And so from that standpoint, working with expertise is critical, but that talent search is something that companies at the board level really need to think about as well. So, again, data strategy, one, talent, two, and the third thing I guess I'd say is scalable infrastructure. And we see, Gen AI 2 years ago, just the hype started and everybody was talking about it. But when you really look at how many people have implemented it so far, it's not that many over a 2 year time period. And the reason for that is because I think companies are recognizing they got to get their infrastructure right so that these models and these business processes can scale to very high levels for large organizations. So getting that basic infrastructure thought through and set, making sure that you have the right talent, and making sure there's a data strategy for clean and unified data would probably be my top three things to think about.